Well, I'm gonna get. No, I'm gonna get it. We were just from out in the garage. I'm going to try and install a folding rack. So they have those racks that are that pop out the wall, and it has a pull-up bar that folds up, and then you take a folding bench, a weight bench, and you put it in there. So then you have a gym set right there. And so then if you use dumbbells, or you can use the squatting rack as well, but it makes it kind of diverse. Between like $300 and $500, you can set it up. Hey everybody, welcome. Happy Monday, April 13th. I'm Andy Southgate. I'm the resident life facilitator right here at Westminster Palms. I'm sitting here with.
I'm Colin, and I'm the fitness coordinator, acting fitness coordinator for now, but usually the assistant.
And we have a brand new name for our show. You know how it is around here. We want to brand things.
We have the weekly wake up show. So every Monday at 10:45, we're going to be doing this show, and hopefully just giving you a little bit of new content every single week.
That's right. And this is a good place to be every Monday at 10:45 a.m. Colin and I will give you a rundown what's going on for the week. We'll talk about what happened over the weekend. And this is going to be your live updates for what you need to know. And of course, we'll send you to the website as well for those kind of things. We did have some changes last week, but it was Easter yesterday. Colin, did you do anything to celebrate with your family?
Oh yeah. It was a pretty crazy Easter day. We had a lot of packed in. He loves Easter. My son loves Easter. So he got up, he found his basket and started eating all that candy. And we had steak and eggs. That was the first time we'd ever made steak and eggs at home. So
really?
Yeah. I mean, I maybe had steak and eggs a couple times. But that was the first time we ever made them at home. So that was really good. We got a New York strip steak from Fresh Market, so pretty good. And then
what's your son's name?
Oliver.
So
Yeah.
please.
Yes.
Colin and Oliver did. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I've been doing a weekly cooking show, okay, with my son, and it's a new one is released every Wednesday at 6. And he doesn't really know anything about cooking, and he just wants to be on a show. So that's the thing. He just wants to be a YouTube star. So
He sounds more like Mike.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he loves the attention. So but yeah, we had a lot of fun yesterday too. We decorated eggs, and then we hid eggs and everything. So it was a full day of Easter celebration. How about you?
Well,
Okay.
How did we get to the point where a rabbit hides eggs? That makes no sense to me at all. I understand the symbol of the egg being spring, but how did the rabbit get involved? Do you know anything about the origin?
Oh no, I don't.
Figure out the origin of the Easter bunny and the eggs. Okay, we all know Easter is for Christ's birthday, and that's when the wise men went down to the tomb and found it. So outside of the Christian side of things, when the Easter bunny brings the eggs, how did that originate? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, but I do know there's a really informative South Park on the issue.
Why do we have an Easter bunny and why does that make sense? It makes no sense. I'm sure you can figure it out. Try it. You might have some free time on your hands to look it up and figure it out. Now, my wife and I did the same thing we do every weekend. We had breakfast, we exercised, and we did yard work. That's about it. We did video chat with our friends and family. Like you guys at home are doing, we know that you're working hard to connect with your family members on FaceTime and Zoom and Skype so you can stay connected. So we did that, and we had some phone calls, and we did some social distancing in our driveway. So my wife and I have a nice driveway and a projector, and we projected a movie on our garage, and we invited our neighbors on both sides of our houses to bring their chairs to the edge of their yard, and we all watched the movie on the garage. So that was nice. We only had about 7 people. We were all far enough distance. We had a nice speaker set up, and we watched the movie. It was very appropriate for this day and age, and it wasn't a movie about a virus. Can you imagine what movie we might have watched? It's appropriate for this situation they were in, but it's not about disease. Because we're all living the same thing over and over every day. We watch Groundhog Day. That's right. One of Bill Murray's where he wakes up living the same day over and over. I know you know what that's like. So we do appreciate you joining us this morning, and we have a very special guest. We are going to bring in our healthcare specialist, Ms. Kim Sandoval. Come on in here. So as you know, COVID-19 is going around, and Kim is our resident specialist, helping us figure out how to stay healthy and happy. Kim, how are you today?
Very good, very good. Happy Monday.
Good, thank you. Happy Monday to you as well. I'm glad you're doing well, and we appreciate your time today because you are the expert and the specialist, and you know everything, right?
Yeah, we're all in trouble.
So what do you want to tell us about COVID-19?
So I always want to start off with good news. So the good news today is we are still COVID-19 free.
Oh, fantastic.
The staff is working really hard around the clock to keep us safe. The residents have been doing their part. For the most part, the residents have been doing their part. Just one thing I do want to mention, kind of getting off that positive note, we still have many residents that are going out. We're not on complete lockdown. We ask for emergency visits out only, but we have a lot of people that are going out to Publix every day. Every day, making a trip to Publix. We have some residents that are going to the pharmacy. So Westminster Pharmacy is now delivering over-the-counter medications to our residents, even if you don't work with a Westminster Pharmacy. Also, we've been adding items every day to the apothecary.
Oh, excellent.
So before you go out to the pharmacy, if you just come by the clinic, check and make sure it's not something we already carry, and then that will avoid that trip out.
So between the pop-up store and the apothecary, we should be able to find most everything we need.
Correct.
And then we have Westminster Home Care that will deliver pharmaceuticals for us. And that's going to get 95% of the things that people need, correct?
Absolutely.
So occasional visits to the grocery store, maybe, but not every day.
Right.
I mean, we got to plan better than that.
Right. And, I think we have a really good process going on the shift and, having the groceries brought in, ordering them through shift. And some people just want to go out for that social with other people. And I get it. I really do. But for now, and we all know it's a temporary situation. So for now, if we could just refrain from doing that. The other thing is visitors. We still seem to have a lot of visitors coming to campus. They think if they meet their family member outside, that's okay, but it's not, because you're still, within 6 feet of each other. They're still from the outside world.
Right.
In here.
It's difficult. We know it's difficult for you because you are so popular here at Westminster Palms, and you have so many loved ones and people that want to visit you. But that is one of the biggest external threats to us is people on campus. And so we ask that just for a few more weeks, you tell your friends and your family and your loved ones to stay off of campus. They cannot even come onto campus to wave. We don't want any external factors on campus that doesn't need to be here.
Exactly. And that's for your safety, for the resident safety, for the safety of everybody else. I think Julia Lewis, in our open forum, said, she's following all the rules. She doesn't want to be the one that brings the virus in. And I think we're all at risk for that, being that one person. So the more careful we are and the more we're following the rules, the less that's going to happen.
Right. So good news is there's no COVID-19 on campus. That's excellent. We did change the grocery delivery and the meal delivery policy last week. We got letters about that. And remember, there's still no visitors on campus at all. And then you want to limit what you go off of campus for. That's the most important thing. We're trying to work very hard. We are working very hard to protect the campus. We need you to stay on campus. It's the safest place to be. What else do you have for us?
So just to go over the symptoms again, I know that we hear it almost daily, but just to go over the symptoms and what to do if you're experiencing any of those. So obviously the cough, the fever over 100.3, the short and body aches and pains and shortness of breath. That's the big one. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, call your healthcare provider, and together you can come up with a plan on what to do. Once that has all happened, please call me and let me know what's going on and what your plan of action is. If you're experiencing shortness of breath, persistent chest pain, or a heaviness in your chest, that's something that you would call 911 for. You don't waste your time trying to get in touch with your provider. That's an emergency situation. So call 911, and the dispatcher is going to ask you if you have any COVID-19 symptoms. So, tell them yes, shortness of breath. They might ask you to put on a mask. If you have a mask, if it's possible, just put on the mask, and again, protecting yourself and the paramedics.
Okay, so the symptoms: fever, shortness of breath, coughing, aches and pains, and was there another one? Those are the main four, correct?
Those are the main ones. Once you get into the shortness of breath, that's lack of oxygen going to the brain. So you might start feeling confused. So if you're just feeling confused and shortness of breath, those are two things that, again, are emergent and you would call 911 for. The other symptom is loss of taste and smell. A lot of people that have tested positive have talked about experiencing that.
Right, makes sense. So if you have any of those symptoms, first thing you want to do, as Kim said, is contact your healthcare provider. Kim is a great resource for you, but your doctor, your primary physician is the first place you want to go because they know you best and they'll give you the best advice. We're here to support and help you, but we also want to support everybody else and make sure we have a good system in place. So phone calls are great places. It's a great place to start, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, don't hesitate to call me if you don't know if you should call your doctor or not. Just give me a call and we'll talk through it and see what the best plan is.
Thanks, Kim. Do you have anything else to add to that?
That is it.
Okay, well, I appreciate you joining us. If you have any questions, give her a call. Thanks, Kim.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have the Westminster Communities of Florida Resident Art Show, sponsored by your foundation, and we have our foundation director right here, Ms. Tish Burke. Tish, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Andy, I'm great. Thanks so much. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday.
Happy
That's
Monday.
right. So, as you know, COVID-19 is running rampant everywhere and it is wrecking everyone's plans. But our Westminster Art Show, the people running it, the foundation, they come up with a great idea. They're going to do a virtual art show for us. How fantastic. Tish, tell us about it.
We are. So we've implemented some new software. So we are so proud of our artists all across our Florida campuses. So we want to celebrate that. Even maybe especially during this difficult time, we need something like this. So we want to move forward. So we are going to create a virtual art show. So basically what we've done is move that deadline back 1 week. So these entry forms are available in Andy's office or in my office. And you have until Friday, April the 24th to turn those in. So you need two things. So we don't need your artwork yet. What we need is your entry form and the little blurb that goes with it. So you're going to turn those in to Andy's office. You also can leave them at the front desk. We will get them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a way. So once we have all of those entry forms, Andy and I are going to get back to everyone, and we are going to arrange for some really nice photographs to be taken of this artwork. And then what we'll be doing, we'll be uploading that and creating a really nice piece so that you can see so many of these talented artists online. And that means, thank goodness, that we're going to be able to create our Westminster Communities Retirement Foundation art calendar later this year. So you'll have it for 2021. But really important that we celebrate our artists at this difficult time.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. 2 pieces of art for each person.
Yes.
It's going to be yours.
It has to be done in the last 5 years.
Correct. So make sure you get those requirements. Talk to myself, we can help you with that, and then move forward. So starting on the 15th, right, is when we start taking.
Yes.
Start taking pieces.
And well, what we're going to do is they have until April the 24th to submit their entries. And then we'll be arranging, probably right here in the Palm Room.
Right.
We'll arrange to have those photographs taken. And yes, you are correct.
Sounds good. I don't think we're going to
No.
what's happening. I already have people beating down my door ready for this to happen. So that passion and enthusiasm is commendable. And I think that our artists are sitting at home thinking about this constantly because there's not a lot else going on. So
I know.
hopefully you're creating even more great artwork. What else do you have to add for us?
So I wanted just to give a quick update. I have received so much feedback from our employees regarding the Care in Crisis campaign. And that's our campaign that was basically created for Mercy Fund gifts that then would support our employees just in case any of them were impacted by the virus. And it didn't matter whether it was at home or here, if they were impacted by the virus and they had to self-quarantine, this was the fund that was going to protect them financially. I just wanted to share with everyone that especially our dining staff and our CNAs and our nurses have just said to me, and I wanted to share it with you, how much they appreciated the support of our residents and our board members and our executive team that have made gifts to this fund. I get to hear all the thank yous, and sometimes you all don't. So for the 34 residents here at the Palms that have already processed your gift, thank you from all of our staff here. It takes a big load off their shoulders when they know that we and you have their backs, so to speak. And I just wanted to share with you the great thanks from our staff here, and just let you know that you made a difference. You're making a difference each and every day.
Powerful words to go with powerful actions from you. Of course, thank you for all you've done for us. And thank you, Tish, for joining us today. We do appreciate it. You know where her office is? If you have any questions, come and find her. She'll be glad to help you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful week. God bless.
All right, moving on. We have birthdays this week, the week of April 13th. So, Colin, what birthdays do we have this week? Who do we need to celebrate?
Yeah, so today we have Barbara Smith. So it seems like we always have a birthday for Barbara every single day. We have so many Barbaras. So you'll probably have another one next week when we update you. 18th, Helen Rogers. And the 19th is Janice Hunter. So 3 big birthdays this week. If you see them, if you happen to, or if you want to give somebody a call, those 3 people all have a birthday this week.
That's right. We missed a few birthdays last week. Without the pin line, it's hard to know when people's birthdays are. So we're going to try to get that information out for you. And a little hint, a little preview. At the end of the month, we have Miss Doris Collins has her big centennial coming up. She's very wise and has much experience as she turns 100 at the end of the month.
That's amazing.
So make sure you keep that in mind and do something special for Doris. Now, as always, we're going to talk to you about the programming that's coming up this week. We have lots of great things happening on Channel 732 and on mywlife.org. Colin, what you got going on for us?
Well, something that we should have mentioned at the very beginning that I forgot. Occasionally, the live programming does kind of blip out every now and then. So if we have any issues on the live programming, this recorded show will go up on MyWLife directly after this, after we're done recording. So at any time, you can use MyWLife to find all of the live content that we have and a lot of our old content, basically as an on-demand streaming service. MyWLife is your Westminster Netflix, essentially.
Right. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
Allowed to come just yet. So they're doing exactly what you mentioned. They're watching the programming on MyWLife after the fact once it's posted.
Yeah. So as far as fitness programming goes, we have our live classes. Any of the classes that you love to come to live, they're now live on the channel. They're at the same times. So I'm doing the classes that Jill had and the classes that I had. So you can check those out. It's always good decision to go try and look at the calendar that's under the pen line because we do update that as well. So we'll have another cooking show this week, and there will be some Easter cooking stuff on there. We had a huge Easter dinner yesterday, and we made some pretty interesting dishes. So it'll be a good cooking show with some good food on there. And then we'll also have another presentation this Friday. So I haven't gone over which one I'm going to do next, but we'll probably do whatever January's was. I'm kind of working backwards. I posted March's, posted the 2 in February, so now I'll probably work with January.
Yeah, as you said, most important thing is calendar, so you can see what's happening. That calendar on mywlife.org is under the pen line icon, and that is a live document. We're uploading that every day as things get uploaded. I hope you enjoyed our Easter programming yesterday. On Wednesday afternoon, we have another People of the Palms. This is the Salty Sisters People of the Palms. So if you missed that in the Bay View Lounge, you can watch that on the TV right here on Channel 732. On Thursday, we were replaying a classic Liars Club. This is when our residents made up words, made up definitions, and the audience had to try to guess this. Classic Westminster Palms performance. You're not going to want to miss that. And then on Friday afternoon, we are replaying the Love and Marriage game show we did here with the Dumans, the Arborburns, and the Bigelows. Great programming. Great. I'm not going to spoil it and tell you who won, but you might remember one couple blew the other couples out of the water. We also have a happy hour on Zoom Friday afternoon at 4 p.m. You can get that Zoom code on the calendar, so make sure you join us for happy hour. I was able to go last week, and I got to watch all the ladies drink wine while I just had water because I was still at work, and I'm an upstanding citizen. And then Saturday mornings, we still have Tai Chi with Tony at 9 a.m. Also on Zoom. Check the calendar for that Zoom meeting. Anything else with the calendar for this week?
No, not for this week. We are looking into some additional options. Hopefully, we'll see if there's something we can do. Maybe a one-on-one shuffleboard tournament, and we would maybe even play that live, and everybody can kind of watch each other. But we'll have to see if we can get that approved. But it's a thought in the works, at least, that we might be able to get to something that is a little bit less digital. So trying to come up with creative options like that.
Yeah. New ways to get TV and MyWLife integrated into programming for you. I also have some good friends who are professional entertainers from the cruise ship industry, and I'm looking at having them do a live performance for us through YouTube Live, straight to your TV here, similar to what we would do with Jan and Julia's address. But they would do a performance, and they would also take requests. I know some great people, and they're already doing some things like that. So I'm just going to look into contracting them specifically here for us at the Palms. So switching gears a little bit, we need to talk about masks. We do need cloth masks. We do need sewers. We do need people with sewing machines. We do need cutters. We need to equip our staff members with masks. Our staff members are the biggest threat to you. They are leaving campus every day and coming back. We're trying to limit the amount of time that the residents are off campus. We cannot limit the staff. Unfortunately, they cannot live here, although I have begged and begged to live here for a long time. They continually tell me no. And so we need masks for them. So if you're a sewer, we need that. And if you are a sewer, please don't give your masks to your friends. I know it's tough. They love you. They're begging for it. They're asking for you. But we want to give those masks to the staff. This is one of the few things that we will actually put staff or residents for, and because staff is the biggest threat right now. We need, well, Colin, do you have any idea how many masks we need for everybody on campus?
Whew.
Residents and staff, we need a certain amount of number. What do you think that number is?
Well, I would guess it has to be over 200.
356.
Okay.
Is the number of masks that we need right now to include all residents and all staff. And so we have about 10 sewers that are working on that, trying to get to that for us. Also want to remind you about food delivery. We are doing the reusable containers, so those have started coming out. So if you get one of those green containers, please don't keep it. Please don't throw it away. Clean it out, rinse it out, and give it back to the people that deliver your food the next day. And then they'll wash it, sanitize it, and bring it back to you. And then, as Kim and I briefly touched on, we changed the policy for food delivery and grocery delivery. Now, Colin, what do you normally do for lunch?
I get lunch here. A salad. Same thing every time.
Right. So what we're doing the same way you are is that we're getting a meal from the dining team, which is nice. And if you do decide that you want to order some food out, such as if you want to order can do that now. They changed the policy in the middle of the week last week based on the resident council's recommendations. We're just asking that you be very careful and you discard the packaging and then wash your hands, because that is an external threat. The food generally is okay. The packaging is the biggest threat there. Same thing with groceries. We have stopped rebagging the groceries. As we thought about this process and sort of recalibrated, we figured out that, hey, you know what? The packaging and the bags are all touched by the same people. So the most important thing is to disassemble it, get rid of the packaging, and then wash your hands.
Wash your hands, wash your hands.
That's right. Colin, you have anything to add to that?
Nope, I think that we're all up to date on that.
Okay, so that wraps up our show for Monday, April 13th. This will replay a few times throughout the week, so check it out. Special thanks to Kim for joining us, and special thanks to Tish for the foundation information as well. And thanks for Colin to joining me as well. And everybody have a great week.
Yep, see you in the future.